And welcome back to Houston Newsmakers as we welcome in the Harris County Treasurer-elect, Dr. Carla Wyatt. Good morning. Congratulations to you.
Good morning, and thank you so much.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
It's going to happen any day now. You're going to be taking over that role.
Any day now, I'll be taking over that role December 31st at midnight. I'm looking forward to it.
So, you know, a lot of people would be hard-pressed to even tell you what a Harris County Treasurer does. Have you found that some people just don't know what you do or what you're going to be doing?
Absolutely. Some people have a difficult time understanding what that role is, but basically it's all the money in and all the money out of Harris County, whether that's your taxes, whether it's your tags for your vehicle, whether it's payroll, any money in and any money out with regard to Harris County.
And you're not exactly a newcomer to Harris County. Talk a little bit about your history. It's not exactly your first gig.
No, this is not my first gig at Harris County. Actually, I started almost 20 years ago as an intern under Art Story in the engineering program. And so El Franco Lee was responsible for me becoming an intern at Harris County. And so I started out with public infrastructure, which is flood control, toll road, right-of-way, construction, engineering. And so my job was to learn Harris County. And as a part of that role, anytime there was an emergency activation at the Harris County OEM, you send the intern. And so I had the privilege of going over to the OEM and worked my way into communications, outreach, public relations, and emergency management.
So now in this role, now you have a doctorate in environmental toxicology.
I do.
So where did that interest come from, and how, if at all, has that journey prepared you for this next journey you're going to be on?
Well, the interest in environmental toxicology came from the fact that my 10th grade biology teacher told me that, you know, you can do biology. And so I did, and it led me to the path of environmental toxicology. Some people will ask, well, what does that have to do with being the Harris County Treasurer? Well, it has absolutely nothing to do with being the Harris County Treasurer, but it has everything to do with me being a statistician and a researcher, which means that I can count real good and I can find stuff.
That's very simple and to the point. Hey, you know, one of the topics that came up during the campaign was about the Elevate Strategies problem. And I noticed that you and other people who were running were asked about this. The commissioners awarded $11 million toward a project, and it resulted in a lot of questions, some arrests as a result of it. And also about the appropriateness of the Commissioner's Court even issuing that kind of money. What do you think the role is going to be? Should it a different kind of role be for the Harris County Treasurer as related to that check going out, or what kind of role does that?
So let me be clear. The Harris County Treasurer has nothing to do with establishing the budget. The Harris County Commissioner's Court is responsible for that. However, the Treasurer does have the ability to make recommendations and suggestions to Commissioner's Court in that particular role. I was asked during the campaign, did I think that $11 million contract should be led to someone's friend? And I said, absolutely not. If your friend is not qualified or is not vetted and there aren't 3 bids for that particular contract. And so I think we just had a little hiccup. We had a oops. And I think it was a learning lesson in Harris County, making sure that we don't make that sort of mistake again in the future.
What does success look like to you in your term as Harris County Treasurer?
Well, success looks like a lot of different things to me in my term as Harris County Treasurer because, first of all, I'm the first African-American person to hold this seat. And so for little minority girls that are looking to their future and trying to figure out what can they achieve, well, I'm here to tell you that you can achieve anything. I was told in high school that college wasn't for everyone. And I said, you're absolutely correct. And I graduated 3 times. And so my view of success in this particular role is to be a role model for those people who are coming behind me. It has nothing to do with me, but it has everything to do with setting the example and working with Commissioner's Court. It doesn't matter to me whether you're red or you're blue. This is about your green, and we have a responsibility to the constituents of Harris County. I've worked for the constituents of Harris County for the last 20 years or so, and I look forward to serving them in the future.
From the outside looking in at what was going on within the Harris County Treasurer's office, what did you see that you said, okay, I want to change that?
Well, what I saw was making it more visible, helping individuals understand what the Treasurer's Office has to offer, in addition to getting out into the community and educating people on financial fitness and understanding where their taxpayer dollars are going. painting a picture of understanding of where your taxpayer dollars are going. Because as you said, a lot of people had no idea what this office does or what responsibility the office holds. And so I'd like to show the constituents of Harris County where their taxpayer dollars are going.
Sounds to me like you're not going to sit in your office a lot. You're going to be out there amongst the people, so to speak.
I am an out there amongst the people type person, and I plan to continue to do that, and I look forward to doing that because I don't work for me. I work for the people of Harris County. The people of Harris County put me here, and I intend to do the job to the best of my ability. And one thing that I will share with you is in one of my interviews, someone asked me, about, working at Harris County. Well, those of us who've been at Harris County for a long time, we work until the work is done. There is no time clock because we work for the people of Harris County and they depend on us, and I intend to do the best job possible.
So as you look at your first time, what are your marching orders that you're giving yourself as you step in after December 31st midnight, getting ready to step into this job? What are you planning on doing to get your feet wet and get your place in your office set up? What are some of the things you really have a priority to do?
Well, one of the priorities that I'd like to do is to ensure that my staff understands that I appreciate that they know what they're doing. I have to learn some of the things that they're doing. Mm-hmm. In addition to that, I need to explain to the constituents of Harris County what we do collectively. And so I want to let the staff know that they're valued. I'm going to be depending on them, and I hope that they're going to be dependent on me to ensure that the constituents of Harris County know how valuable we are.
Well, I look forward to seeing many years of success from you, young Miss former intern, Dr. Carla Wyatt from Harris County. It's a story of success. So congratulations to you, and I look forward to seeing great things from your office going forward.
Well, thank you so much for the interview, and I truly appreciate your time.
Appreciate you being here.